What's up? This is Kevin Cornage, and I'm back with another What If. Yes, this is episode 2 to What If Takeo was the shield hero. At this moment in time, my cat is humping my arm for some basic reason. But enough of that. Quick recap into what happened in the last time. So Takeo was the one who got teleported in the world of the world of the heroes, where he was now the shield hero. He then got framed by Mind and little bitch ass that he raped her, but he did not actually rape Mind. And so now he was, given the name rapist, and he got beat up by four skinny looking nigga in the town's, the town not feeding him happened before he got beat up by four skinny niggas. Well, he didn't technically got beat up by skinny niggas. He just got, they just got a cheap shot in. But anyway, he then bought Miss Yamato, who is now, helping around his, tiny little apartment and, cooking, cleaning, and, basic stuff that, she could do. Beside in this world, she is still an amazing baker. I just remember this is a recap. Let's recap. And basically that's it. So, a month has passed since he's gotten Miss Yamato, and Miss Yamato is always blushing when next to him. Reason why? I didn't say end of the recap, did I? Ooh. Anyway, but she's always blushing when she's around Takeo Gouda. Reason why? At the beginning, or the first time she met Takeo Gouda, he actually, one of the slaves actually, escaped out of his cage while the slave keeper was, letting Raftalia out, and this huge hippopotamus looking monster, hippopotamus looking monster grabbed Miss Yamato and threatened everyone to release him and stuff like that. And the slave keeper had a slave curse on him, and he wanted to say, give him a command, but before he even could utter a word, Takeo Gouda smacked him so hard that it twisted his face, bent a couple bars, and fly through a couple walls, which was not a wall, it was just a fucking tent. But the force of that punch decimated this hippopotamus looking G. I mean, he was just out, and Miss Yamato looked at him, and that was that moment that spark hit. But two of them are, in limbo trying to, Miss Yamato being the one who's trying to confess her feelings to Goto having feelings for Miss Yamato, but is not planning on doing anything with it, because, in the beginning of this, he got framed for rape, which he didn't do. So Takeo Gouda went out into the forest, where I know I said that in the last part that, he got Raftani in a week. No, he didn't. A month had fly past with ease. My bad to give y'all fucking helps, but we need it for the story right now. So he and Raftalia, my ass. He and Yamato is walking through the forest. They were, just randomly going through the forest, killing monsters, and, ranking up, getting levels. Simple as that. And it was rubber balloons looking thingy. And this is where, they, encountered the white bunny looking thing. And it attacked Miss Yamato first in the with, Takeo Gouda being the monster that he is, actually, hit the bunny with the shield, but then it refused to, die. I know he hit the fucking hippopotamus with a force of 1,000 men, but this bunny is agile. He just got one hit with a fucking with the shield, and he's now just, covering Miss Yamato with the bunny, hopping around, maneuvering properly, hitting Goda in the face a couple times, and eventually you know, here he didn't kill the bunny. Miss Yamato didn't kill the bunny. The sword hero actually appeared out of nowhere and sliced the bunny in half and stuff. And told Takeo, asked Takeo what he's doing in this part of the forest, and with such, a weak party member, and he's like, she's not a member of my party. She's actually my assistant. She helps around with helps around stuff, blah blah blah. And Takeo Goda came to the realization while he was watching the sword hero's sword that he needs someone that could actually hold a sword. That way, that bunny incident is not going to happen again. But one more thing, the sword hero actually mentioned to Takegoda after Takegoda asked him what is he doing so far in the forest. He remarked that there actually no more balloons left. Apparently, someone killed them all. And if we go to Takegoda's house, he has a fucking basement in the back that is filled of discarded balloons that he popped due to frustration, training, more frustration. Heated up because Miss Yamato is too cool. And let's say he killed about a billion balloons just out of sheer frustration and because Miss Yamato is too cute, so he had to get out of the house for a little while. So yeah, and so he says that the balloons are extinct. Even the green ones, the fucking other ones, the tongue sticking out ones, all of them, they're all gone. Daki Okoda eliminated the balloon monster off of the face of Melmora. Shit, the planet. And so he had to come out and look for, other games. And that's what this sword hero is actually doing at this moment in time. Time skip about 2 days in, and one more thing, the sword hero actually mentioned to Takeo that they could actually sell those discarded balloon pieces, and whoever actually killed everyone, killed all of them balloons, would be the richest person here in this planet because they're extinct. They're no longer around. And for plot convenience, I say he doesn't have to, automatically go and pick it up personally himself, since this is almost similar to a game. And that's why I didn't understand why Naofumi had to go and actually pick up his kill. That was weird. That was so. As soon as he kills him, they actually, go in his pouch that he bought from a merchant, which you know what, we're just gonna say that he bought a pouch from this merchant, which whatever he kills or whatever he touch, it's not stealing, but when he touch something and he wants it, it automatically, or focus on it, it goes into the little bag. So yeah, that's how we're gonna rectify that bullshit where he had to go and pick up his item every time. It's like, fuck, just touch that shit and it appears somewhere else. Yeah. So yeah, so he is now astonished because then now he's taking all that balloon popping to a shop, and when the shopkeeper saw, that this huge mountain of discarded balloon pieces, he was almost about to swindle, Takeo Gouda, because then one person flew past and he got like 5 copper for like 2 pieces, and he was planning on giving Takeo Gouda like 100 coppers for all of it, and Takeo Gouda like, but you just gave 5 coppers for 2 pieces, and like, you better not try to swindle me, cause I'm gonna fuck your shit up. From here on, no more cussing. And so he actually, does this, and he then goes off and look for the slave keeper, which he didn't find, but the slave keeper found him, saying that, I could tell shit, being his creepy self. So I really thought he was very fucking creepy in the anime. And he took him again in, and he, before he flopped, before they went into the where the cages and stuff are, not Gouda saw the eggs, and he wanted to eat them because they look delicious actually. So he bought one, and the slave keeper told him that they're not to be eaten because Takeo Gouda said he's gonna fry them, put them a little salt in them, and Takeo and the slave keeper said no, they're not to eat. You'll probably get a dragon, or you'll probably get a filolio and shits like that. And he's like, what's the fucking filolio? Raftalia pointing outside to the birds that are pulling the carriage, and the dragon that are just the lamest thing I've ever seen. And he's like, oh, blah blah blah. From there, so they go, and Naofumi, Gouda is looking at strong, monsters, so they could actually help with battles, and Raftali is just walking around the same way, because Naofumi gives him his freedom, her freedom, so she could do basic other stuff. She's not actually a slave, even though she is a slave. And she came upon a cage with a little girl inside, who she was like, hey, doing that, trying to get her attention thing, and she actually backed away a little bit. And Raftalia then showed her, safe crush, and not Raftalia. Miss Yamato showed her slave crutch, with which this little girl in the cage actually, started lightening up, but she started coughing and stuff. And the cough hit Miss Yamato in the heart real stiff, because then this is a little girl in the motherfucking cage and shit. And Raftalia went over to, Naofumi, pulled on his shirt, tug on his shirt a little bit, and says to him that there's, someone in the corner that looks like she could be or help out with something. And this is where, no question asked, Gouda says, I'll take her. I'll take it. Because Miss Yamato just said that, and big reveal, it's Raftalia. Finally. And that she was, feeling sick, and the slave keeper says, you really want this mangy raccoon, because she's on her last leg. In Miss Yamato came out like, who are you calling a mangy raccoon? And he's like, she's beautiful, we're gonna help her, right, Gouda? Shits like that. And gouda blushes and it says, yes, we're gonna get medicine. We're going to take her. And they took Talia. So finally we get into it. So we actually got it. Talia, and we just continued with our journey. We took Talia to the medical doctor and shit like that, got her some new medicine. And I picked up, I mean, not me, but Gouda picked up new skills. In the beginning, he knew about all this. He actually made the balloon and stuff. And so he picked up new skills from, when he was at the doctor, picked up medical skills and stuff like that, how to mix some medicine and stuff like that. And a week later, 2 weeks later, Raftella is fully healed, ready to function. I'll be ending it off right here. This is Kevin Carnage, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, Kevin Carnage, and I'd like to introduce y'all to the Carnage family. Here we have pandemic, corona, apocalypse, Thanos, T'Challa, shrimps, Maggie. Where's that big mother? Oda! Nobuna. Nobuna.